Okay. Okay, all the students, good afternoon. Today we are going to discussing about classification of elements and periodic properties. In the topic of classification of elements into S, P, D, F blocks according to the electronic configurations. Based on the electronic configuration. మనకి పబ్లిక్ లో తరచుగా అడుగుతున్న క్వశ్చన్ అనేది మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ 8 మార్క్స్ క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎలిమెంట్ రైట్ అండ్ ఎస్ఏ classification of elements into S, P, D, F blocks based on their electronic configuration. Already we have to know discussing about the periodic table will be classified into 4 blocks: S block, P block, D block, F block. So, this is diagram one more is మనకి So this is S block and A block and this is D block. This is F block. This D block is. So the S block containing 2 groups. So total periodic table is classified on 18 groups. 18 groups. And 7 periods. 18 groups and 7 periods. This is vertical line. Vertical line series are known as groups and horizontal line series are known as periods. Total 7 periods and 18 groups. So the elements, first of all, we have to discussing about what is the elements belongs to S block elements, what is the elements belongs to P block elements, what is the elements belongs to D block elements, and what is the elements belongs to F block elements. Okay, so how many groups present in S block elements, how many groups present in P block elements, how many groups present in D block and F block elements. S block containing only 2 groups. S block containing only 2 groups. So first A and second. And P block containing 6 groups. And D block containing 10 groups. So this is periodic table. So first of all, we have to know the S block containing only 2 groups. Why? The S block containing only 2 groups. These are division. These are classification on the basis of their electronic configurations, on their orbitals. For example, S orbital. S orbital containing only 2 electrons. S orbital containing only 2 electrons. So S block consists of 2 groups. The first electron is belongs to first A group. The second electron of series of elements is belongs to second A group. And P block containing 6 groups. So p orbital containing 3 orbitals, p subcell containing 3 orbitals, and 3 orbitals are accompanied by 6 electrons. So p block containing 6 groups, and D block containing 5 d orbitals. 5 d orbitals. So 5 d orbitals accommodated 10 electrons. So d orbital consists of 10 groups. So these groups divided by based on the electronic configuration. So number of electrons present in the orbitals. So S orbital consists of most of the maximum electrons, 2 electrons. So S block consists of 2 groups, and P block consists of 6 groups, and D block consists of 10 groups. So first of all, first A and second A group belongs to S block elements. The total periodic table of elements is classified into 4 blocks. First of all, S block elements. What is meant by S block elements? What is meant by S block elements? The orbital, the element which could be says S block, the element of a differentiating electron enter into the S orbital of a subcell. S orbital of a subcell. That is known as S block elements. So first of all, what is the definition? The differentiating electron. The differentiating electron. The differentiating electron is entered into the S orbital of a S orbital of element is known as S block elements. S block elements. The differentiating electron means the last electron of an element. Last electron of an element. Element యొక్క last electron అనేది మనకి S block లో S orbital లో గాని చేరినట్లయితే వాటిని S block elements అని అంటాం. So S block consists of 2 groups. First A group and second A group elements. For example, first A group: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. So second A group: beryllium, magnesium, calcium, barium, radium, strontium. So for example, lithium, what is the electronic configuration? 1s2 2s1, 1s2 2s1. So lithium belongs to S block. How it could be says lithium belongs to S block? The last electron is entered into the S orbital of an element. So that is known as S block elements. So these are all elements. The last electron is entered into the outermost orbital of a S block or S orbital. So these are known as S block elements. So the S block consists of 2 groups, first A and second A groups. First A group elements are known as alkaline metals. Alkaline metals. First A group elements are known as alkaline metals. Second A group elements are known as alkaline earth metals. First A group మూలకాన్ని alkaline metals అంటే క్షార లోహాలు అంటాం. alkaline earth metals అంటే క్షార మృత్తిక లోహాలు. మృత్తికం అంటే నేలలో దొరుకుతాయి. క్షారవృత్తిక లోహాలు అంటారు. ఆల్కలైన్ ఎర్త్ మెటల్స్ అంటారు. So these are the electron. What is the electronic configuration of S block elements? S block elements యొక్క electronic configuration ఏంటంటే ns12 ns12. So what is your first group element? The element of your last electron is entered into the s orbital of your first electron. The last electron is entered into ns1. So the element of a electronic configuration, valence electronic configuration is ns1. That is known as first year group elements. The elements which belongs to first year group, the electronic valence electronic configuration of an element is ns1. That is known as first year group element. What is the second year group elements? The elements which has the valence electronic configuration is ns2. That is known as second year group elements. That is known as second year group elements. So these are two groups belongs to S block, because S orbital consists of only 2 electrons. So S block consists of only 2 groups. So first year and second year groups. First year and second year groups. So this is the S block elements. S block elements, first year group elements are known as alkaline metals, and S block consists of second year group elements are known as alkaline earth metals. The outermost electronic configuration of S block is ns12. ns12. So these are the S block elements. Another P block elements. What is the P block elements? What is the P block elements? Next level. Okay, next P block. Already we discussed S block elements. Next we have to go into discussing about P block elements. What is meant by P block elements? So same definition. What is the S block elements? The elements of launched electron, differentiating electron is entered into the valence shell of S orbital of an element is known as S block elements. Already we have to discuss. What is meant by P block elements? The differentiating electron enter into the differentiating electron enter into the p orbital of an element is known as P block elements. Is known as P block elements. P block elements. The differentiating electron is entered into the p orbital of an element is known as P block elements. So these P block elements are arranged right side of the periodic table. S block elements are arranged in the left side of the periodic table. P block elements are arranged into the right side of the periodic table. P block is situated in right side of the periodic table. Right side of the periodic table. So P block consists of 6 groups. 6 groups. P block consists of 6 groups. So group third to 7 and 0 group elements. So these are known as 0 group elements. 0 group elements, 8A group. 8A group, 0 group elements. These are known as noble gases. 8A group elements are known as noble gases. So, 38 group, 7A and 0 group elements. Zero group elements are also known as noble gases. These are unreactive elements. What is the unreactive elements? So these are all shells are completely filled with electrons. For example, what is the zero group elements? Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. These are the 8A group elements or 0 group elements. So these are unreactive elements. These are noble gases. So why do say these elements are known as noble gases? For example, argon. What is the electronic configuration of argon? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. These are the electronic configuration of argon. So these are all shells, first shell and second shell and third shell. All shells completely filled with electrons. So there is no facility to react other elements in case of noble gases. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏమాత్రం ఎటువంటి ఫెసిలిటీ అంటే అవకాశం అనేది లేదు రియాక్ట్. కాబట్టి అన్ని షెల్స్ ఏ విధంగా ఫిల్ అయిపోయి ఉన్నాయి? కంప్లీట్ గా ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ తో ఫిల్ అయిపోయి ఉన్నాయి. కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ రియాక్ట్ చెందవలసినటువంటి అవసరం అనేది లేదు. కాబట్టి this type of configuration is same in case of all gases, all elements in 8A group or 0 group elements. So these are known as noble gases. These are in gas state. Monoatomic elements. These are known as monoatomic elements. So this block consists of 6 groups, 38 group, 7A and 0 group elements. This is the information about the 0 group elements. Why do these elements are known as 0 group or noble gases? Why? So these are all elements have outermost electronic configuration is completely filled with electrons. These completely filled with electrons. Due to this reason, these are non-reactive elements and these are monoatomic gases. So these are known as noble gases. So further more information about what is the 38 group elements. The 38 group elements is starting element is boron. Starting element is boron. And 4th group elements, the starting element is carbon. And 5th group elements, is starting element is nitrogen. And 6th group element, the starting element is oxygen. And 6th group element and 7th group elements is starting element is fluorine. 8th group is starting element is helium. So 38 group elements are known as starting element is boron, so it is known as boron family. 38 group elements are known as boron family. And 4th group elements is known as carbon family. Carbon family. And 5th group elements are known as 5th group elements are known as nitrogen family. Nitrogen family. Starting element is nitrogen. So 6th group element are known as oxygen family. 6A group elements are known as oxygen. These are known as chalcogens. So these are known as chalcogens. 7A group elements are known as halogens. So halogens. 7A group elements are known as halogens. These are the information about P block elements. So in the P block elements are arranged in right side of the periodic table. These are have high electronegative elements. Electronegativity is increases. High electropositive elements as block elements. High electropositive elements, high electronegative elements. So these are the P block elements. Next, we have to discussing about D block elements. What is the outermost electronic configuration of P block elements? P block elements యొక్క outermost electronic configuration ఏమవుతుంది? NS2 NP126. NS2 NP, most important point. What is the outermost electronic configuration is NS2 NP6 NP126. So these are the P block elements of electronic configuration. Outermost electronic configuration is NS2 NP126. Next we have to discussing about D block elements. D block elements. What is the D block elements? Have to going to define what is meant by D block elements. So D block elements outermost electronic configuration is n-1 D 1 to 10 ns 1 to ns 1 to. So these are the outermost electronic configuration of D block elements. So the differentiating electron is entered into the n-1 D subcell of the orbital is known as D block elements. D block elements. The differentiating electron is entered into the n-1 D subcell of the orbital is known as D block. So the outermost electron, the D block elements are situated in between S and P block elements. The D block elements are situated in between S and P block elements. S and P block elements. The D block elements are situated in S block in between S and P block elements. So why do these are situated in S and P block elements? The properties of D block elements is in between S and P block elements. Okay, properties. The properties of D block elements. The properties of D block elements are in between the properties of S and P block elements. S and P block elements. So due to this reason, the D block elements are situated in S block and P block elements. అంటే D block మూలకాన్ని ఎందుకు మనం S మరియు P block elements కి మిడిల్ లో అరేంజ్ చేయడం జరిగిందంటే S block P మరియు P block elements యొక్క ప్రాపర్టీస్ కి ఇంటర్మీడియట్ గా ఉంటాయి D block elements. So అందుకు D block elements are situated in S and P block between the S and P block elements. So all the D block elements are metals. All the D block elements, all the D block elements, metals and non-metals and metalloids are metals, non-metals and metalloids also. Metalloids. So these are the D block elements. Next, we have to going to discussing about F block elements. So before we have to go to F block elements, the D block elements are also called as transition elements, also known as. So D block elements are known as transition elements. D block elements are also known as transition elements. These transition elements have special characteristic properties of all elements, S and P block elements. These are the special characteristics. These are have hard in nature, brittle in nature, and high ductility, and have paramagnetic character. So these are all the different ways of properties and different properties, different special characteristic properties of D block elements. These are the information about D block elements. Next, we have to going to study about F block elements. F block elements. What is meant by F block elements? So the outermost electronic configuration is n-2 F1 to 14, n-1 D0 to 1 ns. So what is the F block elements? The differentiating electron. The differentiating electron is entered into the differentiating electron is entered into the n-2 F subcell of F for block is known as F block elements. F block elements. The differentiating electron entered into the n-2 F subcell of a F orbital is known as F block elements. అంటే ఏ ఎలిమెంట్స్ లో అయితే లాస్ట్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ డిఫరెన్షియేటింగ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ అనేది n-2 F సబ్సెల్ లో యొక్క F ఆర్బిటల్ లోనికి ఎంటర్ అవుతుందో ఆ ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఏమని చెప్తామంటే F బ్లాక్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ అని చెప్తాము. These F block elements are situated in the below of a periodic table for convenience. అంటే ఈ పీరియాడిక్ టేబుల్ కి అడుగు భాగం F block elements అనేవి ఉంచడం అనేది జరిగింది. These F block elements are situated in bottom of the periodic table. These F block elements. These F block elements situated bottom of the periodic table. Bottom of periodic table. Okay, next we have to continue further class. Come on.